Welcome back. Last week didn't make a video. I was in California working on my brother's shop in Dana Point. I'm an electrical contractor. I'm retiring right now, so I don't do a lot of work anymore. I'm going to help my church out and do some work with them. Today was Easter Sunday. So I did talk to the guys there at church and explained to them I would keep my license active until we finished the church and did all the solar panels on it. If you know about solar panels, you know they're very popular in Arizona, that a lot of businesses are making a lot of money off solar panels. And they have the right to, and that's you know, the way you do business in capitalism is you make money off things. But when I put a solar system in, I'm not with any corporations that make money off of it. I don't profit highly off it. I do profit. I mean, that's what you're in business for, is to make profit. I also get panels that are last year's model and not this year's model, because every year they come out with a new panel, which is a little bit better. But that one last year is pretty darn good too. And I'll get them for like pennies on the dollar, so they're really cheap. Comparison, I think about 2 years ago I could get a solar panel that was a year old for $169, and that's pretty cheap compared to up to $500 for one. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then you got your inverters, which convert the power into power you can use, and those run about 15 to 2 grand, depending on how many you put in. And then you have to get permits with the city and do that. But enough about business and what I do and how I do it. I didn't do much last week. I kind of stopped on the diesel over there. I put it underneath the Cadillac, and I just kind of put a pause on it just for a second, because sometimes to regroup and get a job that's that big, you have to take little breaks so that you get more motivated to go forward with it. The vehicle I'm working on right now is this little pickup, and I'd worked on it before, and I like the diesel, I took some time off, and I haven't worked on it in a while. It's just been sitting here. So I took another step last week, and I did some more work on it. Cleaned it up just a little bit, finished the top on it, got it all to where I think it's ready for upholstery. And originally I was going to fiberglass it and paint it black, but I think I'm going to go with having it vinyl topped. I'll just seal it so it doesn't get wet underneath the vinyl top, and I got a really good upholstery guy that's going to do that for me at the recovery room, and his name is Ed. And Ed is a really great guy. I played pool with him for years, and still a great guy. I mean, he did all our hospital work when I worked at the hospital. So yeah, he's really good upholsterer and really class dude. Okay, let me take you a look at this, and I'll show you the truck. It is a 1924, as I'm stepping on stuff, because I'm not looking where I'm walking, and again, focus there. And this is the top I made for it. It is a classic C-notch top. It's on here as I walk up this ladder, and that is like 1/4 inch plywood that is bent over some ribs I put in there. There's a piece of looks like 3/4 inch plywood that goes around the back part that's over the back of the cab. Now originally it has this part back here that was on it, and it has a square window. I'd like to change that to an oval window, but I haven't gotten to that part yet. I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep the stake beds. It has also a gate that goes across the back. That toolbox I made for the battery cover, it's an old toolbox I had when I was 15 years old. I want to say it was the first toolbox I had. I cut out all the stuff and put it over the batteries, so it looks like a cool toolbox in the back. When I was 15 years old, that's over 45 years ago, just for context. Here's a nice little 350 motor. Nothing special about it, it's just a 350. Got a old school Cadillac air cleaner that is chromed that I got off of Speedway, I believe. These mirrors right here, they're a Model T mirror that I got at Antique Car Swap Meet in Vegas, or not Vegas, State Line, when I was at the Shifters Car Show, their 30th anniversary. The steering wheel, I'm planning on changing. The interior, good chance I'm going to change that, change the color of the seat. Here's the ribs I put in. As you can see, let me turn on the light, maybe that might make it a little better. Okay, and they're hockey sticks. Because I play hockey, I've been playing hockey since I was 10, and I still play hockey. I really like this one because it says Christian on it, and that's a type of hockey stick. But I'm a Christian, and I'm not ashamed to be a Christian. Here's the inside of the cab. The wood is still existing. That back piece is the only existing piece. There was actually, man, I don't know where I put it, but I cut the roof off of it from the original guy I bought it from. He made a roof that was flat. Now this roof is curved, and I think it has more of a meaner look to it. As my dog's licking my hand because he doesn't understand why I'm sitting on the floor filming this. Oh, there goes my knee. And it's got some nice little tires in the back. I'm not fond of the color in any way. It's green. I don't have anything against green. But when you have red rims and chrome and red rims and you have a green car, makes me think nothing but Christmas. And I like Christmas, but it could get really bad to where it's 120. And those months I will not come in this garage. This is the front seat of my 56. And you can see my headliner material goes all the way in the back. And I just went and talked to the same upholsterer that's doing the top. I drove this in there and told him I wanted to match the upholstery that's on the door panels, and I said I had the material, and he's going to make me some cool seat covers for this and clean it up just a little bit. It's still kind of a mess. I got to do something with that dash. I have all the heat pump and all that stuff right down there. That's kind of an all eyesore. But when you chop up a car and put another body on it, sometimes you come across with problems. This car has been pretty good to me. I've had it for close to 20 years. I originally got it. It was just a white pickup, had some funky rims on it. I put these rims and tires on it. They're dirty. I'm not afraid to drive it. I drive it every Wednesday to my hockey games. I Frenched in those tail lights. I cut the holes in the bumper. Still not totally in love with that bumper, but it's what I got. So a lot of times I'll use what I got instead of trying to reinvent the wheel. Also a cool thing, that Ascot sticker, I don't know if you can see it right there. That was put on by a guy I barely know. He's a guy who owns Black Fly sunglasses. And he put that on when I was at the Born Free bike run, which is basically old school choppers, and I had my bobber, which has got pictures of it on my YouTube page, and I towed it behind this truck all the way to California. So this truck will go places. Problem is, it has no windows anymore. I didn't take the windows out, but they all fell down because the heat here in Havasu is tough on stuff. It has a plastic lining that goes around the cable, which has the cable in it, which is like a metal clad cable, very similar to something like this. So the cable goes through, and they have plastic. Well, the plastic broke, and then that made the metal sheathing around it break too, where the cable just goes off to a side and doesn't go straight. So basically they went bad. The windows don't go up and down anymore. I got rid of all the electronics in there, yanked them out, and just let them sit in the thing, because I took out the window rails, winder uppers. You know them things that make it go up and down, the winder uppers? I can't think of the name. I guess it'd be the window crank. And I put that, it wasn't in there because I cut it out because of the electric windows I put in. So I'll show you the tonneau cover. This is the opening tonneau cover, like I said. Like, this is my hockey truck. I take all my I go to play hockey in this one. So there's my goalie pads. Here's my goalie gears in this bag. My forward gears in this bag. Last week I didn't play goalie. I only played forward, so I didn't have to put on the goalie gear. But usually I share those duties with one other guy. There's another goalie that's full-time, that's all he does is play goalie. And then there's me and one of my buddies named Andre, who plays goalie with me. And he played both games last week, so I didn't have to play one of them. I just played both games playing forward. Played for one of the other teams and my team. Our team's doing pretty good. We've been winning a lot lately, and we're getting into the playoffs. And most likely, if we keep it up, we'll win the championship again. And there's a cup involved, and so we get a cup. So there's the 56. Next year's projects are going to be this 55 panel, which is covered in upholstery stuff. But I'm going to get on that next year. Hopefully have the Cadillac finished. Hopefully I'll be close enough to where this body's on and ready to roll this year. If not, it's really going to set me back on this car, on this truck, I guess. And the 55 gasser, this one is also next year's project. It's not going to get done this year. I'm really going to concentrate on a lot next year. This flat bottom boat right here is going to move to next year's project too. That boat over there, it's a flat bottom too. It's 1956 Patterson. That's going to be next year's project too. So those two projects are boat projects. I would like to get rid of my 1973 Campbell and bring in my 1968 Taylor. So there's my Campbell right there. I did I bought it, it was pretty nice. I restored the upholstery, the new carpet, new stereo, new motor, new runners on the trailer. I wish I'd have filmed me doing that, because that was sketchy seeing that boat up in the air on 3 jack stands. It's a very heavy boat. People thought I was trying to kill myself getting underneath that thing and doing things, but I barely got under it for any short period of time just to move jack stand, and I always had one in the rears for backup, so they didn't have a problem with it. So it came out okay, but people said that was pretty sketchy. Like I said, I probably shouldn't film most of the stuff I do in here because I do some sketchy stuff. I hang things, like that bar I hung from the ceiling to hang something else from it. Like that body is totally suspended off the rafters up there, but as you can see, I've got a 2x6 going across 4 rafters. I got another 2x6 in the back going across 4 rafters. And I feel that rope is plenty strong enough to hold that body up. I didn't do it with my dually body because I feel it was a little heavier, and I've lifted motors off of that one before, and that's one that goes all the way across the garage. It's a 2x6. It's up there per code. I would lift motors off the front there when I brack them in. Doesn't seem to be a problem. Lift motors out of the boat. You can see that chain right there. don't know why I thought I should put a chain, but I did. And and it's got a, gosh, what's that up there? I think that's a 2x6 with a 4x6 on top of it. So I guess I thought that 454 was a little heavier than the other ones. Up there I got a Cadillac I bought. It was a 1954 four-door. I got it for $500, and I was going to make something out of it, but then I decided not to. But I saved all the doors, the hoods, the fenders, and any kind of cool stuff that was inside. I saved the motor, which is right here with the tranny. It may go in a hot rod one day, who knows. I also have a S10 chassis outside I gotta mess with. Oh, there's my dog. She's just sitting in her princess chair, because she's a princess. Are you a princess? Huh, Bella? Huh, Bella? Say hi. Yeah, she's a princess. She's a spoiled little brat. Okay. And in conclusion, didn't get a lot of work done last week, but I'm always doing stuff. My brother, he's a big artist, big designer. That's what his shop is, and it's in San Clemente. He's in Dana Point. He told me I should make some videos about electrical. I'm thinking I might. I've been doing it for a long time, and I wouldn't mind teaching people so they don't do it wrong. So many times I come across jobs and I see what people have done, and they obviously have no training. They make things unsafe, and you could burn buildings down if you don't do it right. So we should always strive to do the best we can. That being said, God bless you on Easter Sunday, and have a great day.